whenever you have like a whole life insurance, right? All they're doing is taking the money that you've invested in your premium, putting it into man, why did I just forget this term?
They put it into a mutual fund.
No, not a mutual fund. Bonds.
Oh
There it
yeah,
is. They put it into bonds, and that gains interest.
yeah.
Right now, once it gains interest, they take a percentage of that, and they reinvest the interest only into call options.
Hmm.
Right now, let's say that your call option hits. They take 75 to 80% of that earnings, and they put it back into your investment.
Hmm.
Right now, this is why like people like Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, and all these guys love these vehicles, because when you reinvest it, you're winning,
Hmm.
right? However, if the market's going down like it is right now, because you get into it with a set percentage, it never goes below that percentage. So you
Hmm.
can only go up. You can only gain, like, let's say that your cap is 10%. You can gain 10%, but you can never lose any money, because all they're doing is reinvesting the interest, what you've gained through the investment, but
Hmm.
never your principal or your premium. So
Hmm.
this is why these guys love doing this stuff, because as far as like safe havens are concerned, this is like the top. This is Again, this is a safe haven designed by banks after the depression for protecting their money.
To protect their own shit. Yeah.
Exactly. So all they're doing is taking their money, putting it into these vehicles that are tax deferred. They're never taking the money out. All they're doing is loaning themselves the money from the policy. And if you know anything about loans, you can't get taxed on a loan because it's not earned income.
Yep.
Right. So you're loaning yourself the money, and then you're just repeating the process.
Hmm.
So that's what these guys are doing with these vehicles, and this is why a lot of these guys are going. What's his name? Graham Stephan.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those guys, the financial YouTuber guys, Graham Stephan, my name's Kevin and stuff like that. A lot of those guys, that's how they made a lot. Like people don't know that they weren't just rich when
Yeah.
they got into the game. They were like talking rich, and then they became rich.
They were doing a lot of other stuff.
They were doing a
too.
lot of other stuff, and that's kind of what happened. You
Especially
super
like
chatted in.
valuetainment and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you super chatted in. YouTube gave them checks. They reinvested it into these vehicles, real estate, life insurance. For I don't know if they have 401ks because I never hear them talk about it, but pretty sure they.
Stefan is
something
like
that.
actually very huge on that type of stuff. Stefan's like the greatest guru on YouTube, bro.
Which Stephen Graham? You think so?
Yeah, or Graham Stephan.
Graham Stephan.
Yeah, I
I
love his
think that
stuff.
dude's a crook, man. After
I haven't watched him in a long time, but I used to love his videos.
Yeah,
I
no,
just don't like
too.
that. I just don't like that every 2 or 3 days he's like the market's gonna crash. Like his thumbnails, like the market's gonna crash.
He's a fear porn guy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I mean that's just what they all. To me, it's just like, oh, he did it again. Like,
yeah,
fucking YouTubers.
But when FTX was doing his thing, he wasn't on that fear porn. He was like, FTX is the best thing
Oh,
ever.
dude, yeah, I was really bothered by a lot of the people that jumped on the FTX train, but it's just because money talks, you know, like fucking.
They were getting checks, you just didn't know it.
Yeah, yeah, and guys, just another thing, I don't ever give out this sauce, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it out. Y'all need to start if you have a lot of extra income and you're already maxing out on everything that's tax deferred or anything like that. You can easily buy and sell options. I'll teach y'all exactly what to do. You just literally YouTube the wheel method. It's the method that everybody fucking does. If you go pay for fucking Moneyberg's fucking investing program, he's literally just going to teach you how to do the fucking wheel method on selling options. It's literally the easiest thing in the world to do. All you got to do is download Tasty Trade. Only use Tasty Trade. Start watching Tasty Trade every day on their live stream so you can learn how to do everything through fucking the platform teachers, the guys who made the platform. And then through that, like, you can literally learn one of the safest ways for you to always make money no matter how the economy is doing. Selling options and doing the wheel strategy is massive. Now, right now, it's a little bit harder to do because you only like to do it in a bull market usually, but it still works in a bear market. Like, as you were saying, like, people are still selling options and still making money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so in a bull market, you're doing the call options. In a bear market, you're doing the puts.
Yeah, well, it's just for the wheel strategy. So the wheel strategy, just to explain it to y'all, the way the wheel strategy works is first you're selling puts, and then once you get to a certain point, and then once they get taken away, then you're gonna start, or once you have to have them, because you're gonna have to claim them after somebody takes that option, you're gonna have to start selling calls on that option because now those are your shares. Mm-hmm. And then you make money off of that until somebody takes that away from you, and then they take those shares from you, and then you restart and do it all over again. Mm-hmm. It's the only strategy that everybody fucking does. Just look it up on YouTube, and it's the easiest thing. It's a little complicated, but once you get it down, it's not that fucking hard. Mm-hmm. And but that's how you make money. Like Moneyberg would always talk about how, like when oils is up, he's not hurting because he's selling options on oil. That's the type of things that you do whenever you're selling. Like Like right now, I'm in on. I'll give y'all a secret. I'm in on nuclear right now. But there's just different people that like to wield different things depending on what is good at the time. If get into Reddit and get into all the different subreddits for it, y'all will see people talking about it all the time.
Just don't listen to. I'm not gonna say that.
Like
Be
Graham?
careful of Graham. Yeah, be
Oh
careful.
yeah, well he doesn't talk about options, so you don't have to worry about.
Well, I mean,
Graham on
trading in
options.
general. Only reason why I don't like these guys is because, again, you have guys who will give financial advice and they'll make it sound so good because at the time everything's going up, so you can't miss, right? But what happens when the economy starts going down?
It's like the crypto guys right now.
Exactly. Like everybody understands buy low, sell high, but nobody understands shorting the market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one of the guys I actually listen to, his name is Dekmar Trades. He's really good on that. Like he brings other people in who specialize in shorts, and they're like, okay, well the economy's down, or S&P 500 is down like 5%. These are the companies who are going to be having bad news as a result of like COVID or whatever's going. Like perfect example, if you were a person who was following what's going on with Bud Light, right, and you were in the market, excuse me. You were in the market. What you could have done on Monday of last week, I don't know if anybody's been following that, but what you could have done Monday of last week, you could have said, you know what, I'm going to wait this out. Tuesday, Bud Light's down 2%. Wednesday, Bud Light's down 3%. Thursday, they've lost $5 billion, right?
Yeah.
You could have been like, you know what, I think I'm going to short this stock right here.
Yep. But nope, most people aren't doing it usually. Yeah.
Most people, no, and not worse shit. A lot of people would have thought to themselves, oh, this is the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and buy right here, buy low, and sell high.
Yep.
Not knowing that it's going to go down another billion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just so everybody understands, like the way that the market works, the way money, everything works, we already understand how fucking money's printed and shit. The big thing that how it works is you watch the Fed. Everything is all based off the Fed. The only time I ever have to get on Reddit to look at investment advice is every 3 to 4 months whenever the Fed meets to change the interest rate. That's the only time that you ever have to pay attention to anything. And that's whenever you know we're going to keep going up or we're going to keep going down. That's all you look at. People overcomplicate it and try to say it's all this other stuff. It's not that complicated. It's literally just that one thing that you watch. And anybody that's a big trader will tell you that's all they pay attention to. Like there's very few things that you end up paying attention to once you really learn all the information. And also, guys, another big thing. A lot of people get really confused, especially with y'all's own 401k policies with your own business or with your own company. Y'all need to make sure that whenever it's set up, usually by default they're set up really bad where it's giving like 1% or 0.5% or these different things to these different funds, and you want it all in the S&P 500, especially if you're young. If you're young, you need to be putting everything in the S&P 500, maybe a little bit like 10% or 20% into something else like international, but for the most part you want all into the S&P right now while you can. Like my father did everything in the S&P for 30 years and he's way more successful than most people are today. It's one of the best. It's always been the greatest thing. If you look at it historically for 100 years, there's never been anything else to put everything into. It's very simple. Sometimes it's a little bit complicated getting set up for your 401k. You might have to Google some shit, but figure it out and make sure it's all going into the S&P. That's all that fucking matters. Same for the IRA, same for the HSA. Sometimes I change up on those because I like to trade and I like to play with different types of options, like different ones that like actually sell like sell calls and stuff like that. But for the most part, guys, it's best to stick with what fucking works.
100%. 100%. And you'll never beat the market. Nobody's ever beat the market.
Never. Stop. It's gambling, guys. If y'all get into wanting to like doing the trades on stuff, I've done it. I did it for years. It's gambling. It's no different than playing the casino. If you want to go flip a coin just go bet on red or black. Like it's literally like the same fucking shit as the stock market going up or down sometimes. So unless you're like really sure or you're I used to not even I stopped trading until I was shadow trading. Like I literally started shadowing people like the stock guy and people that were like known streamers that you could see a history of them making money. And I would shadow with them. And that's the best thing to do, honestly. Like you sitting there trying to do your own TA and shit, it's fucking stupid. It's really not worth it when there's people who have 20 years experience that you can follow.
Like 5 o'clock in the morning, all that
it's
stuff,
not worth it. It's really not.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, Click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.